Hi everyone! So a 3D window. I'm showing you right now of what I've done with the papers, and that's pretty easy. That's why I didn't film everything. I just simply took the same shape in different sizes and I cut through each of my pages. And many of you have all kinds of punches of different sizes, or some of you also have a die cutting machine. And usually when you buy a square or a circle die cut, it comes in many different sizes, and that's what I've done. So I'm starting with the very back page. Now this will be pages included in a journal, and they will each flip, but when they are all one on top of the other, that's when you get the 3D effect. But I still want to make each page as pretty as I can. So for this one, I decided to do some sort of I think you can call it a backdrop, where I put that sticker in the back there. And as you saw before, I started adding these things in the front. In the back, I just put the same shape with Tim Holtz paper, just a different maybe design that's in the original paper of the front page here. Because when you do flip each page, as I mentioned, I want each page to look good, but also every side of that page, like both sides, I want them to look nice. So right now I'm doing the last page, if you will, of that 3D stack. I'll call it like that because they're all going to be stacked up once everything is done. And here I'm just adding a tiny bit of foam because it will add to the overall 3D effect. So, and I also made these frames that I'm showing right now because I do have the die cuts for this shape. I just went to like a size up and then the second size up to make the frame. And now you can see everything sits inside of everyone, right? And by the way, like I said, if you don't have a die cutting machine, you can just cut circles or squares with a punch and just make sure that they go from the smallest to the biggest for the front part. So the smaller hole, if you will, the smaller punch, depending on what shape you choose, will go in the very back. Now, I had chosen to make these frames because at first my idea was that I would put whatever goes around the window, and then whatever seeps through, if not through, but goes over the edge, if you will, I would cut and then cover with the frame, like I did with the bird. As you saw, I cut the end of the tail and I put the frame in on top of that. But as I went along making each page, you'll discover that I don't necessarily do that anymore because I realized it's kind of nice to have something come out of the frame. So I pretty much sit the frame between my elements and I really like it. Now here you're going to see me having doubles of everything. See, double flower and now the double leaf. And what I've done for that is, if you're like me and you purchase a lot of digital papers, I just printed it twice and I cut the same shape twice. Now, it's not perfect, and the reason is because it's not a mirror image, it's just the same image twice. So if there's a tiny bit of difference between the left and the right side of your picture, if you just double it and put it back to back, of course your left becomes your right and vice versa. But it really doesn't matter, and you'll see it in the end. It absolutely does not affect the overall image. It's beautiful, and it's okay that it's not perfect. And like the flower, the nice pink flower that I have right here, I didn't have two of the exact ones, and it's still okay. It still looks perfectly fine, even if it's not exactly the same. So you can look through your things as well and see what you have in double, of course. And if not, if you have, like I said, digital papers that you purchase, or create, because I create some too, and I purchase a lot of them as well. Yeah, just print twice the image, and there you go. Now you'll be all set to do exactly what I'm doing right here. And what else was I going to say? Doing the voiceover is not always super easy because I'm watching my own video while I'm trying to explain, but I was going to say something. Let me remember. Oh yes, so I am mentioning to you that I'm doubling everything. So I'm doing the front of the page, like right now this is the back and this is the front, and I want them to look pretty on both sides. But you don't have to do that. You can just, glue everything in the front and it'll still look okay. I just wanted a more finished look, and I really wanted to be able to, when you flip each page, even the back is cute. You know what I mean? And of course, I will decorate even more each page. I'm just concentrated right now on the 3D window effect. And of course, you can make 3D windows by gluing all your pieces together, and that's it. Then all the pieces become one thicker page if you make them on paper. Let's say this it is, it's Tim Holtz cardstock paper, so it's quite thick. But I could have applied the same concept on just regular paper, and I could have glued all my pages together, and that's it. That would have produced one page and a beautiful 3D window. But I thought it would be very interesting if each page contributed to the overall 3D picture, and each page can be used for my journal. Now, this journal will contain other pages, and I'm thinking maybe this should be the front of my page. I think that's a fabulous way to start a journal with a 3D window. Why not, right? I'm thinking I'm going to go with that, and then of course add other pages, and this will be bound with the tab binding method that I so love, and I'm very well known for this. You've all loved my video about it, and I love that method because it allows you to use any size pages you have, as long as there's enough space for your tabs on, when you do your binding, and that's all you need really. So I'm going to do probably a tab binded journal with this one. So there's not too much time left to this video, maybe less than 4 minutes. I will let you watch the rest of it without my voice. I think I've pretty much explained what I'm trying to achieve here, and I really hope you just watch the last 4 minutes and see where I went with this. I really love the effect. I love the result, and I really hope you're going to enjoy it too. So please don't hesitate to ask me questions. I do hope you love it so much you want to share it with your friends. If you learned something, if you found this interesting, please give me a thumbs up, and a comment is always welcome. It really is something I cherish, and I reply all the time. So on this, I will leave you. I will give you a great big hug from here in Nova Scotia, Canada. I hope you are all happy, healthy, and safe. And as usual, thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye. Bye.